play in a long-term campaign, as we have been doing, you find the occasional need to have a session just to discuss what you've accomplished and what you'd like to see going into the future. This session was just that, with us conducting mostly housekeeping and paperwork, as we all had some downtime rolls to make and decisions to discuss for the future. With Horatio's defeat of Plushie, we acquired his old crew and discussed how to outfit them. Off mic, we spoke a lot about how to modify and develop the treehouse, uh, uh, discussing laying out landmines and monowire is not the most exciting listening, so we're sparing you having to hear that. Kennel got to show off the newest member of his pack, and more to the point, Juliet had been wanting to scout a new location to sate her paranoia quality. So we took a few minutes to find her a new place to call. I mean, it's Juliet. There's no such thing as a home for Juliet, so let's just call it a secondary fortified position. It's time to begin episode 28. Rather than a trauma patch, we should give them Kamikaze.
You got stealth and perception there. She can keep, I believe, 8 hits for the stealth.
If
Is
you
that
were a troll, you could
including-
keep them all.
So how does Juliet sneak in here or sneak around here? What does she do?
She probably just sticks to the second or third floors, like shimmy up a drain pipe and then across the roof, hugging the that little 2-foot wall that's usually on the top of every building, peeping down and then shimmying back down and slinking across whatever alleyway is necessary to go up the next building.
It's one big building that's mostly on its own. Like you have the highway that travels along in front of it. Whoever's living here has put up, whenever you peek down, they have like blackout curtains, but behind the blackout curtains, they actually have metal sheeting to keep people from shooting in, or if they do shoot as they're passing, it's not going to do anything. But inside, there appears to be a fairly large community of squatters. There's a few different families, a couple of people just keeping off to themselves, just them just kind of sitting around just chilling out, just doing their nightly routine before they go to bed, whether if that's smoking deep weed, shooting up with heroin or what, that they're
Alright.
doing something.
And Juliet will quietly report all of this back to Kennel and then end her report with a question. Can you get these people out? I'm going to waste 10, 20, 13, 14, at least around 30 bullets otherwise.
Wait, how many there is?
Mr. Jim?
There's about 30 of them here that you can see from your perch up top.
Yo, just hit him with a CS or something.
Well, and then the issue runs into how are you going to keep them out?
Just to clarify, this is a single standalone building. This is a single apartment in a series of buildings, or what is the general scenery of this?
Factory.
Yeah, this is an old ceramics factory.
Now, aren't ceramics fire resistant?
Yes, they are. Hey, she rolled really well on scouting everything out.
All right, so Jules, I'm gonna show you something, okay? Just chill out. Look at your comlink, right? And Kennel will send over a video of what appears to be a black German Shepherd with like red markings, like very very red markings on him, and he's big even for a German Shepherd. Like he's almost hip high to a human, like waist high to a human. So he actually even looks like big compared to Kennel. You know, all 8.5 feet tall or however he is. And he's going to snap his fingers in the video, and the fucking dog breathes fire.
And Juliet, you can hear the squeal over the DNI.
I mean, if you want to go hot or cold, you just let me know. I'll hook you up, girl. I mean, now let's be clear. This is Drogon. This is my new boy. He's a sweet boy. You know, I taught him to be good in the house, so he ain't going to set nothing in the house on fire. Now he don't know no tricks like running in and do it all by himself. So I'm gonna have to come with him. But I mean, if you want us to like just send a message and be like, "Yo, frag off," you know, I can come down there. I'm cool. You know, I got time. Just don't tell nobody. But I gotta be back by like 11 o'clock because they got a rerun of Desperate Trogwives. And yo, I mean, I don't know why. It's like a guilty pleasure. Like I gotta watch this show.
Yeah, whatever. Come down, please. Please.
Well, Kennel will happily put on his battle rattle and stop and grab a couple of soy Ritos from the Stuffer Shack because he heard Horatio talking that, you know, it is sale day because they have to get all the unrefrigerated product that's been sitting out all week. They have to sell it somehow. So he'll pick up a couple of those. He's still terrified of the weird purple slush stuff, so he won't do that to himself.
Oh,
And
it's like magic. It stays icy for weeks. It's great. You
I
gotta
know,
try it.
but man, I had one once in the morning after. It was, I'm just saying, it was still icy when it was leaving. You understand me? Like that was a little weird.
Oh,
We,
you
All
get
right.
used to it.
All right, guys, there you go. There's the first proposal for the red wire operator.
I'm afraid to look at this.
Mr. GM, would you mind if Juliet used the time while she waits for Kennel to get there to start spray painting notices in a ring 200 yards around the factory?
I think that would still just be stealth.
She will do that then.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty cool. Rather than a
And
trauma patch, we should give him Kamikaze.
No, no, no. We don't want them on commie. They're going to be on cram all the time. All the time. So they are going to be faster than normal. But we don't want them on commie. We want these guys to be operators. Okay?
We have to make sure they point their rifles in the correct direction when they fire, and Kami would.
Well,
and you got to make all
and-
these bullets, so.
Yeah, and I mean,
So-
we are going to know that because they have responsive interface gear and a gun cam.
So Psyche Cram.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll give them a psyche. But I mean, think about it. If you're like a Barons dude, right? And you're told there's this group that, you know, you get a place to stay, you get fucking good food, you get medical, you get an actual real gun, you get some armor. Holy shit.
And they go by the Universal Brother. I mean, the red wires. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. I'll buy the rank 1 Pytac just for myself. Fuck it.
So how much would all that run you as?
Okay, so each operator, if we built them according to this, costs about 13,300, which I think is too much, right? So how do we cut that down? Fuck the trauma patch, I guess.
Well, the thing that we can do is we can also make the drugs ourselves because we have the chemistry facility, so that'll save 200 a head on the cram. Wait, no, Psyche is 200 a head. Cram is less.
Cutting the stim patch would save some.
Yeah, the stim and the trauma. Those are two big costs.
We're down to 12.7. The reason I gave them a smoke and a paint grenade is that those are grenades where you're not really throwing them to hit people, you're throwing them for like a reason, right? Where it's like, oh, you smoke that, I mean, if you're a little bit off, whatever, right?
We could ditch the helmets and the forearm guards and the PPP and just give them the armor jacket because this way it'll give us a chance to. Something I was thinking of was we offer positions for promotion, like who's the squad leader kind of thing, and the squad leader gets the cool helmet, so everybody knows who the squad leader is, or the point man gets the forearm guards, something as like an incentive for them to move up and to have a visual representation of rank within the gang.
Well,
Somebody manages.
well, if we want them. If we want them tied into our system, though, they have to have a helmet because you have to have rig in both the helmet and the jacket.
They don't need electrochrome. They can just
Red.
have yeah, but you can just buy red camo jackets, right?
Okay, now we're down to 11,600.
Because electrochrome means you can change the pattern,
And no, we want them
and
repping
they're
us.
never changing their pattern.
Okay, and I can drop the chemical protection non-con. They don't need that much, right? Probably.
Well, if you took
I'm on
those
the
off,
fence with that.
Uh,
that'd be saving 2,000 per.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And realistically, if somebody's going to be raiding our Fortress of Solitude, are they going to be using stick and shock, or are they going to be shooting to kill?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I mean, this isn't Corpsec. This is Gangland, right? They're using regular ammo.
Or hollow points of your Horatio.
Best ammo ever.
did we ever figure out final name for our little gang?
Red wires. All right, so now we're down to 9,600. That's pretty good.
What ammo are you giving them?
Regular.
Well, remember, the guns are at 2/3 cost as well.
Ooh, okay. That'll drop another 700. So we're down to about $9,000 a piece right now.
It's just since we've got 20 of them, we're looking at 180 grand that I just don't have it in the coffer right now.
All right, drop the grenades. I don't need that. I guess I'll drop the melee hardening for now because that actually costs quite a bit.
Oh, they don't need the personalized script. They're not going to be skilled enough for that anyway.
Okay.
The thing is, I kind of like the melee hardening because these are mostly orcs and trolls that we're going to be picking up. So I like them being able to leverage their strength and just bash things about.
Hmm.
Yeah, and at least to my mind, melee hardened stuff is a lot more durable. So that after they get shot up, they're more likely able to use it again for the next guy who's their replacement.
Okay, I'm dropping the custom look because that costs $300. Holy
Oh
shit!
no, I'd like to keep the custom look. I really like the idea of that. What I was thinking is we get rid of the blue defender
Okay.
because that's kind of expensive for a comm link. And we can just do it with no comm link for right now because they all have micro transceivers, and they're all going to be
Well, but
within a kilometer of us. So,
then are we just gonna ditch the rigs?
oh, that's right, because the rigs have to be wireless on, so they need a firewall.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my bad. I'm doing math bad on that.
Juliet, I love that message.
How about we lose
Why,
the
thank
glasses?
you.
Because, like I said, they're all trogs, so they either have low light or they have thermal, so they can see everything just fine. If worrying about flare comp and image link,
We need image link if we're gonna see what they see, though.
No, ImageLink is not a camera.
yeah, it's just a HUD. It's just a display.
Oh.
And
Okay, then
they
I
have
guess
gun
like
cams. So since they have the gun cam, we'll be able to see off of that.
Okay.
Then,
Alright.
then I'm just gonna say, then if you're worried about seeing what they can see, you can always just use like micro cameras
Yeah.
or even sensor tags.
All right, fuck it. Let's dump the rig. That's kind of a pipe dream at this point. It's too expensive.
I mean, it's great for later. It's just, you know, you guys are just now starting to become an actual gang, not a group of people who are scraping by.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this Hero Lab file. Like I mean I'll keep it in my folder, and as we advance and we like buy them better gear incrementally, I'll keep updating it.
Okay, that sounds really good. To me.
Instead of humans, make them orcs.
Okay.
Most are going. Most of the guys are getting orcs, or they're humans who are roughly the same as a base orc.
Orc posers, the best kind of poser.
All right. So basically they're gonna start off right now with an AK. That's a pretty nice AK, a micro transceiver, a jacket, and a helmet. Yeah.
That's
Sounds about
pretty
right.
Yeah, I like the
And
sound of that.
And this brings us down to just under 4,000 apiece.
Okay, I'm liking that number a lot more because that would be basically 20,000 a head to outfit. Now, is that including the 2/3 cost for the rifle?
Ooh, no. In total, that would be 3,140. 3,140 a head.
For all 20 gangers, if you want all 20, is 62,800.
Okay.
I mean, I'll just pay that. I've got the new yen right now.
Sure.
Oh, and I
Juliet's
love
not
that.
one of the
I'm
best.
just gonna say that. I love that story, Waz.
And I think it would make sense for Horatio to do that because that's an investment, right?
Well, and then it also kind of puts him. Obviously, like you guys are obviously leadership. They're all going to look to you as leadership, but who are they going to consider their actual leader? Probably Horatio, or at least their first point of contact, Horatio.
Wow. Are you telling me they're not going to consider me their leader?
Let's be honest, they're probably not even going to realize you exist most of the time.
I think it would all depend if she was holding a detonator when that question was asked.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so Mr. GM, I'm guessing that Juliet will be able to put down the spray paint signs in her nice little radius.
Oh yeah. There's no chance of them seeing you.
Okay, and Kennel, would you be able to make whatever rolls are necessary to use that wonderful mud of yours to clear out the squatters?
Yep. Kennel will come up on his Harley Scorpion because he's got the sidecar. That's where you got to put the puppies. And he has Drogon with him. And he's going to go find Juliet or have like a prearranged meeting place, and he's going to offer you a soy Rito because he's a nice guy. You know, he's got to bring the snacks for people. And as he's eating, just, so what do you want me to do?
Scare them all. You know, just out of the building. Shoot them away. If any stay behind, I'll just shoot them.
All right. Do they got any like guns or cats or anything in there?
Mr. GM?
You would have seen a few guns. Nothing was big, but they had them.
Yeah, there's a couple. You want me to shoot those ones first?
Just get ready, man. I don't want no one messing with my puppy. You understand?
Alright, I'll keep an eye on it. I intended to anyway. This is gonna be fun. She scampers off.
Let me finish my soy Rito, girl. Dang, hungry. Then he'll actually sit there and he'll feed part of it to the dog because, you know, you got to share. And then when it comes time, he will find a place where he has some cover. And using his vocal modulator, he is going to crank up the volume so he is at loudspeaker tones. You in the Red Wire's hunting grounds. I suggest you run while you can.
Who are the Red Wires?
Jules, did he just shoot that fragger or something?
And full auto fire rips through the night.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make this guy roll. He's just some random dude. Several people begin screaming inside. How far off are you guys from them?
Kennel would have been back a good distance to start. Yeah, let me double check my ranges real quick, because he would like to stay within throwing range of a grenade.
Okay.
So we are looking at 45 meters or so. That would have him in long range for a grenade. So right around 45 meters.
Okay. A couple of pot shots ring out as they fire off in your direction.
Yo, we got two options. I either walk in there and we kill every one of you fraggers, or you go find yourself a new home and you live.
Can I get an intimidation check from you?
Sure thing. What can I apply to that?
You get a +2 for already causing harm. 2 for. I mean, technically, you guys are brandishing weapons because you shot somebody, so I think it's a +4.
And can I apply my vocal modulator on here since I'm doing some cool stuff to make it sound awesome?
Sure. You sound authoritative.
All right, so that's 4 and 3, that's 7.
And you also get shot at twice.
And that's 4 hits on the intimidation. And let me roll to. Now, I did say I was taking cover. Would you allow me the +2 for partial cover?
Yes.
All right, and I have a new dice pool to dodge. Let me pull that up. 6 hits and 8 hits. So I'm doing my best Horatio impersonation of just running back and forth as they miss.
We'll leave, but we've already paid our rent. So when they come showing up, you be ready to answer.
Wait, who is them? Because we are the landlords around here. Who you pay my rent to?
You'll figure that out, Fragger. We're leaving.
I will encourage my beautiful hellhound to breathe a gout of flame into the air, and then I will jack the vocal modulator up even louder, and aiming it at them because I don't want to hurt the puppy's ears. I will yell, "I asked you a fragging question!"
The Brain Eaters.
Over DNI to Juliet. The who?
Oh, so they're the ones with. Oh, we're right in between the crush on one side and the brain eaters on the other.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, whatever.
Spiders, I think, too, somewhere around there.
We giving you all a chance to go out of here with your lives. You understand? If you want to make this rough, we gonna make this rough.
They don't say anything. The front door kind of comes open. You see a bunch of people like holding bags, doing the little roadie run out the front, just clearing out as fast as they can.
Do they appear to be humans, dwarves, elves, trolls? What metatype are they predominantly?
For the most part, humans.
How much you pay in rent?
Do you walk up to these guys, or
he's yelling it, and he's about to start walking up to them, but he wanted to kind of get the question out there so that they're thinking more about the question and less about shooting them.
At this point, they're just running, like just clearing out as fast as they can. They're squatters. They don't have a whole lot of stuff.
Oh, dang. Oh, okay, I mean, whatever.
Oh, it's fine. There's more squatters somewhere else around if you want to double check.
You want to clear out this building, make sure nobody in there?
Mm-hmm. And Juliet is going to sneak her way through the building, just double checking all the corners and crannies and making sure there's no,
Kennel
squatter.
He will help by flying his little micro skimmer drone in there too, in between bites of soy Rito, that is.
Juliet, based off of your perception earlier, there doesn't appear to be anybody here. Most of them have left the makeshift tent that they had used or that they had placed here and just grabbed what was important to them and ran off. You see a couple of barrels with trash in it that's been burning, with like a piece of shopping cart or chain link being used to hold up like a can of something.
Man, there was another jury rigger in there? Dang.
So Juliet's going to be sniffing around for anything underground. Any basements, any cellars, an old sewer entrance, or a utility closet, that sort of thing.
There's actually nothing underground here outside of what appears to have been an area dug out for the kiln or incinerator ceramics. And just down in there, it appears just to be what these guys were using as a trash disposal.
Okay.
You do not smell any dead people. Julie, you would have probably noticed them, but the few people who are here are ones who are drugged out. You found a couple who are tucked up underneath something like blankets over their heads or something of that sort that are just passed out, like from their drug use or from the crash effect. It's hard to tell.
Okay. In that case, she would go back to Cal. Would you help me take out the trash? The snoring kind? Please.
Dang, I mean, I'm used to improv making me carry everything, but now you too? Dang.
I'm only doing it too.
All right, let's do this. And he'll make sure to put on his crime gloves first, just in case he has to give anybody a zap.
And the thing is, if one of them tries to grab onto us, we have the other one to shoot him off, or hit him off, whatever. This is a lot safer with two people. I'm not paranoid.
Kennel will happily come in with the with Drogon as well, and let the dog sniff around and see what he sees. And Kennel will go to the drugged out people, and just because I mean, I'm not saying that we're terrible people, but if they're on drugs, odds are they might have some drugs. So he'll give everybody kind of a cursory pat down to see if they got anything on them.
You're able to come away with 2 syringes of an unknown substance.
That's what I like to hear. And trying to be gentle because, we don't want to take advantage of people. Kenna will pick up, if he can, he'll take one in each hand and just, holding their bodies up and letting their heels drag on the floor. He will walk them out of the building and, across the street and just lay them gently on the sidewalk. There's no reason to add in, insult to injury. And he will take a Sharpie out of his pocket because you always have to carry a Sharpie. And he will write on their forearm, just as a place that he knows they would look, "The red wires let you live. Remember this."
Okay. So to keep this place safe or under your control,
Oh,
do
she's
you
going to be
guys stay there
proactive about that.
yourselves?
No. Juliet's going to start scouting the rest of the area, looking for, and she's going to see if Kennel will help with the drone to see if they can find any gangers. People with guns. What do you want her to roll?
Honestly, it wouldn't be too hard. The biggest difficulty would be knowing what type of approach you're using.
The take no prisoners approach.
Okay. Yeah, just in the area you from the God of Flame, the loudspeaker that is Kennel's voice modulator. After probably 10 or 15 minutes, a couple of people come poking around, trying to be cautious and very careful when they see you carrying out bodies.
Juliet's going to be up on the roof at this point because she didn't expect him to be carrying bodies, but again, paranoia, sightlines.
Oh, I thought you were helping Kennel. You said you were going to help Kennel.
Oh, she's going to help Kennel by watching him.
Yeah, that's why Kennel was making the comment that he's just used to improv, having him
okay.
carry everything.
Yeah, when they see Kennel carrying bodies out, you see 2 post up. There's 4 of them. You see 2 post up, kind of watching over this. The other 2 pull out something. It's hard to tell as they.
How far away are they from the building?
About where you guys were whenever you showed up, so about 40 meters away.
Oh, that's easy. She's going to peg one of the ones who just pulled something out. APDS round through, explosive round through the forehead. Or vitals, whatever.
Okay, that sucks for him. Could you make me the roll?
Sure. 1 second. Need to double check.
And what she didn't realize is he was taking the medication out for his sick child at home.
Sure, he was.
You already made the people who were living here run away. Women, children.
It's -4 for called shot vitals, right?
Yes. Unless you have sharpshooter, which is such a good quality when you think about it.
It is. That's a decent amount of damage.
Okay, yeah, you fire. You see a large chunk of him. Like he doesn't turn to jelly instantly, but you see a large chunk of him just kind of pop off out the back side of where you shot him in his chest. The other guy immediately begins scrambling away, trying to duck behind something, and tries to disappear into an alley, where the other 2 begin trying to slink away as well.
Oh, she's going to shoot another one if she has the chance before they get out of sight. Does she?
Oh yeah, at least of one of the 2 that are trying to slink away.
She's going to do enhanced suppression.
Well, you're definitely going to get 2.
Yeah, Kennel has just made sure to get back inside the building and under some serious cover with the doggy next to him because he has no idea what's going on. Juliet's not really the talkative kind to tell him what's happening.
You don't kill them, but you
No, the idea is to,
you definitely hit one of them, or well, you definitely hit both of them, and they're like when you hit, they spin, roll, and after a second, like whenever you stop to readjust your aim, they stand up and begin limping away as quickly as they can before they break your line of sight. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do?
Yeah, hunt them down. Juliet's going to scamper after him.
Kennel's just making sure he's undercover because who the
And,
frag knows what this crazy Slitch is doing?
and Juliet's just going to send him a DNI message. Would you mind carrying out the other ones? I'm gonna hunt these ones down. Bye.
Have fun, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you roll to hunt these guys down because one, they're bleeding. One guy's running away. He'd be the hardest one to chase. The hardest one to chase after. Like if you want to find the dude that you've already severely wounded, you can. Is there anything
And
else?
yes, yeah, she'll be shooting them. If she's shooting them in the back, don't even need a roll.
No. Like you shoot one turns around, begins begging. He's like, no. I'll leave you alone. I swear. Like, I'll just go.
Who are you? She cocks her head to the side.
We just answered the brain eaters. We're the ones who watch out for this place. Just let me go. Like I swear, I'll just pretend
you're
like
the brain
nothing.
eater Slitches.
He's like, I'll just pretend like nothing went on. And we'll be cool.
So where are they at?
Touristville, man.
No. Where are the brain eaters? The closest ones. Are they just not around here anywhere?
I mean, it's mostly just the smaller gangs. Like we've all kind of got together with them, and they're the ones. But answer to Cran, he's a patch member. He's the one who takes care of all this. He's the one that we pay. Just don't kill me, man, please. I got 2 kids. I got a girl at home. I mean,
I'm thinking about it.
Kennel
So
will send
these
a
other Slitch
DNI
gangs,
to
you know,
to Juliet. Yo, maybe if they're a witness, then they talk about how bad we is, and they know not to mess with us. You know, no reason to go executing people.
over to DNI. No, the bodies will do that for us. What about these little patch gangs all around? You come together every once in a while, right? Any bosses there, or you just?
I don't know most of them. I just go by what Cran says.
Fine. And one last shot to the forehead.
Does she raise the gun up, or does she show that she's about to shoot him again?
Why
or-
would she not have the gun aimed at him already?
Well, it's like one of those things. Like you have the gun aimed at him, but you're kind of relaxed a little bit, and then when you're about to pull the trigger, you shoulder it more.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. Whenever she pulls it back, he's like, no. Pow.
Pity he wasn't the brain eater. Oh well. She, of course, naturally sorts through his pockets, hoping for a comm link maybe to.
You are able to find them. Both of them have a comm link,
Wonderful.
as well as a pistol.
Toss those in the back of her bag. Why not? Their own gangers can use them later. She's going to thumb through the comm link.
I mean, what are you looking for?
Any kind of communication that deals with their own little gang, or to what's his name, Cram.
Cran.
Cran.
Yeah, he doesn't appear to have any. He didn't have any direct contact with Cran. But as far as his group, you're able to find a good bit of messages back and forth. If you pick up the other guy's comm link, you'll realize it's actually mostly between these two. Seem to be decent friends. I don't really know what you're wanting to find here. Outside of just
He
like,
wants to find who talks to Cram.
oh, you would have to find Frenchie.
Okay. Does Frenchie have an address?
Not in this guy's comm link, no.
Oh, improv.
Sorry, yes.
I have a comm link number for you to track down for me.
Oh,
I just need GPS coordinates. And she would rattle it off.
Yeah, she gives you the comm code.
Okay.
But we've been talking and going through this for 3 hours now. I'd hate to just jump into something right away.
Another time.
Yeah, if you guys want to turn this into something, we'll do it another time.
Well, it appears Juliet found herself a new place to call home. I guess it brings a whole new sense to the term house hunting, doesn't it?